Ohio State with a win today can clinch a share of the regular season with just their rivals from Michigan remaining. And at 3-0, we're underway here in Columbus, Ohio, on a day where I've already been told they will break the attendance record at this fairly new Ohio State Lacrosse Stadium.
Good start for Maryland with Shea Keithler getting that opening faceoff. You always want to try to get that first possession, get the ball to your offense, let them get a feel for the defense, and try to get your team that first goal.
Whittier with the pass and the finish for Maryland as they get that first goal. You asked for the first goal, Zim, and Maryland delivers the first goal. I believe it's Daniel Kelly.
Daniel Kelly, number 45. He's an excellent off-ball player. Son of a coach, Brian Kelly, coaches at Calvert Hall College High School. Just knows how to get open, see him pop out, feels the check, takes the shot. Good placement between the legs. Nice start for the Terps offense.
Back to the face-off we go. Ohio State women played here on Thursday night. Now the men just a couple days later. So much going on around campus. Comes all the way around, the shot off the cage.
Good pick set there. I thought they might have called a moving pick, but he actually was too close to the crease when he set it. Steps in, and that's a legal push by the Maryland defensemen. You know, appreciate the opportunities that they have. All the things you want them to take with them as they go through life after playing lacrosse at Maryland.
Coach Tillman 10-3 against the Buckeyes as Fayak read that one perfectly.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good shot. High to high. Fayak's going to eat that up all day. You got to change the plane of your shot.
Big transition, quick shot, and the Buckeyes have tied it. Greg Langermeyer, the senior from Westlake, Ohio, St. Ignatius High School's made it 1-1.
You know, this is where the bad shot comes into play. It's an easy pick for the goalkeeper. Easy pick for the goalkeeper. He picks it up, looks right back to where the shot comes from. Langermeyer comes down the field with it. He's just an outstanding player, does all the little things well. He was a walk-on, and now he's considered by Coach Meyer the best leader on this team, on and off the field.
For Langermeyer to go with 3 assists. We're tied at 1s. Back to the face-off.
Another nice win by Jack Oldman. This is a make-it-take-it situation.
High screen there from Ohio State as they'll run into the game. Dylan McGee, number 43. And he's on it now, dodging straight toward the cage. And answered by McNaney.
They're going to call a foul on that play. Looks to be a push, 30-second technical foul.
Ohio State will try to make the most of keeping possession.
Good call by the official. The push wasn't so much on number 40, but it was on number 34 for the Ohio State man-up.
Yeah, look at this man-up offense and man-down defense. Something's got to give.
Maryland, number 2 in the nation, man-down defense. Maryland's a very disciplined team. They have 12 penalties for the season, 12 penalties for 8 minutes. That adds up to 4 personal 1-minute fouls and 8 technical fouls. That's unheard of.
They're all about the discipline, and then the finish for the Buckeyes as the Buckeyes looking good here. Ryan Donnery, the grad student, makes it 2-1 Buckeyes.
Nice job by the man up. Right, they're in a little bit of a 3-3. Donnery loves his left hand, knows how to get him open inside, turns and fires the ball. Hard for a goalkeeper to pick that up when you turn and shoot.
Ohio State with a chance to earn a share of the regular season. Maryland trying to continue their dominance. They lead the series 14-3. Coach Tillman 10-3 all time against the Buckeyes. This is the 100th year, 100, you heard it right, of Maryland men's lacrosse. Will take a knee.
Just gets in there and gets up in the head neck area. The officials are very, very concerned. They'll be watching for any time a stick or a body comes up into the head neck area.
Saw Nick Myers, a graduate from Springfield, in his 17th year. Like Coach Tillman, loves his job, does incredible work. It is Alumni Day. There are hundreds of alumni here. That shot gets by Fyock, and Maryland has tied it 2-2.
Matthew Keegan with the goal. 6 feet 175. Loves his left hand. That's something that I think Fyock would like to get back. Wasn't a great shot. You see it here. Rebounded off his leg. All right, got in there. Big goal for Maryland. So that's a big deal. And face-off guys, you know, they have to be patient, they have to be disciplined, and wait for that whistle.
So Maryland now with a 3-2 advantage on face-offs. Now have a chance to take a 3-2 lead, and they do. Kept it low, and a perfect finish for Maryland, as coming in with the goal, Daniel Kelly has done it again.
Daniel Keller is a left-hand sniper. Needs his left hand to be successful. And again, he's dangerous inside, but here he shows that he can bounce off, and just a very, very well-placed shot, low and away. Gets his hands free, count it.
The scoreline matches the story from the face-off, as back to the face-off we go. This time the ground ball picked up by the Buckeyes. So quickly transition, trying to bounce it on the turf. It bounces over the cage, backed up though.
This is Maryland's second midfield. Jack Schultz.
In the cage, shot clock at 30. Side dodge coming from Maryland. We've got a flag. It looked like another push from behind. And it's going to be a whistle against the Buckeyes.
Yep, it's another technical foul. 30 seconds for the push.
Fyock not happy with the call, as it looks like it's going to go against Dante Bowen, the senior from Canada. This is a big game for Fyock. He's from Bowie, Maryland, so he knows all of these players. I mean, those guys go against each other all the time.
Little swim move to try to get to the goal. And just a little bit of a nudge. Just a junior, 6'3", 186.
He's got 3 caused turnovers and 3 ground balls already. We're still in the first. Shot read the entire way by McNaney.
Maryland might have numbers. Nope.
$20 seconds remaining now. This is when they press go. Decent defense. Panic though from Maryland.
Good ball movement.
Behind the cage, good feed, great move, and a great finish. Incredible work by Maryland's number 7, Eric Spanos. You called it. The senior from Pennsylvania has made it 4-2 Terps.
Eric Spanos is an exceptional player. Again, it all starts with the save down the other end of the field. Routine save for McNaney. Gets the ball going up the other field. But this is Eric Spanos. When he gets the ball, he's not satisfied with a 15-yarder. Great face dodge. Great face dodge. Puts it low and away against the right-handed goalie. That is as good as it gets.
Second quarter, ready to roll. Again, Maryland in their black jerseys, Ohio State in their gray. Some reception there from Matthews, number 24.
This is Schaller. We talked about him in the opening.
There's Garrett Haas. You also mentioned him in the opening. Haas going to get rid of it. Spin dodge.
That's going to draw a flag.
Back to the ground is Ed Sheehan.
This is a good strategy.
Situation now down to 5 seconds. Can the Buckeyes get a shot off with the man-up advantage? They can't, as Maryland now all even, full strength. So well done by Maryland.
Real nice strategy. That time Maryland shut off Alex Marinier, the big goal scorer.
Oh, what a finish. Sliding right in front, Ed Sheehan.
This is a good example, Dean, of even though you don't get the goal with your man up, you stay with it. And I think Maryland kind of had trouble reorganizing after the man down situation was over. Ohio State kept attacking and found the inside. That's where you want to find the ball, inside.
You think about the quality of these teams. You take a look at some of the players that don't get as much time. They be starters at multiple universities. That's how loaded these two programs are, and part of the reason why one's at number 2, the Buckeyes, and one's number 6. Maryland shot. Big Tasty read that one all the way home.
Ohio State may have something here coming back.
Fire for the Buckeyes, as off target there was Marinier for Marinier. Donnery's got one. Sheehan's got one. Langermeyer's got one. Those are the 3 goals for the Buckeyes. 4 for Maryland, including 2 from Kelly. Spanos has one. Keegan has one, and now Maryland has another one as they get it by Fayok. And the goal coming from number 36, Matthew Keegan. So Keegan's got 2 now.
Keegan, really nice placement on that shot, and good ball moving by the Maryland offense. They're very unselfish. They don't care who scores the goal. They just want to score goals as a unit. Then Keegan gets his left hand, which he wants, and a nice little hesitation move. May have thrown Fayok off a little bit. Little hitch. Gets his hands free, and the high bouncer. You gotta love the high bouncer in the game of lacrosse. Rather than trying to beat you on their own, and certainly his men are prepared.
Maryland in their 100th season.
We talked about, again, keep those feet moving. Might get beat originally, but he just, Urksa hung his stick.
The Terps trying to double up the lead against the number 2 Buckeyes. 25 seconds on the shot clock, and a sizzler there coming from Bryce Ford, the grad student transfer from Fairfield, has made it 6-3 Terps.
Ohio State does not like to slide to their short sticks. They have confidence in their short sticks and the job they do on defense. That time, Bryce Ford again, patient, had the matchup. That's that first move that we're looking for, and he comes back and wants his left. You got to know that as a defensive player. What is your opponent's strength?
14th goal this season for Bryce Ford. As back to the face-off we go. Terps so close to make it, take it. Good effort play here from Ohio State, and they needed it. The ground ball is picked up.
That's going to be a whistle.
Guys.
Yep, ball got stuck in the cross. Immediate whistle. Ball's going the other way.
Saw that one was not on frame. Ball's backed up though by the Terps. Will charge the cage from behind the cage, looking to feed.
Defense is hung up.
Look at Fayok. So Fayok was turned around facing X and then turned back around. I mean, he's a big boy, but he's got quick hands.
Quick hands, quick feet.
Kind of wild shots from Ohio State. A lot of adrenaline as we are anticipating them breaking the record that was set back on April 20th, 2024. McNaney read that one the entire time. Michigan was in town.
The growth of lacrosse is amazing in this country, and you see it here today. A lot of kids carrying their sticks. This is what it's all about. watching the big boys play.
Low, fire, using his body and his hands, also very good.
Tremendous. Got something coming back.
Great stick work, and they eventually give it up. Long stick with a perfect feed, as that was Cullen Brown who found Ed Sheehan. Down by 3, Zim. Without Fayok, Maryland is way far ahead. Fayok dialed in, but he can't do it alone. He's got to see his offense put a run together. And this one will get by Fayok, perfectly placed by number 5, Jack Schultz, the freshman from Ridgewood, New Jersey, as Maryland's got great veterans, players that have been there 6 years, and they've got first-year players that come in game ready.
Not bad for a freshman. Jack Schultz, 6 feet 190, another good athlete playing the game of lacrosse. And again, nothing's fancy, just takes a good first move.
Coming from the Terps, where at the face-off they also have been dominant with 7 of 11, now 8 of 12.
His first midfield is playing very well for the Terps.
Shot clock at 25. Ohio State needs to lock it down. Ground ball picked back up by Maryland. Shot clock at 15.
Ford again.
Oh, the opening and then the finish. You said it, Bryce Ford again, as Ford now has 2 and 3 Terps have 2, as Fayok, nothing he can do on that one. It's all Maryland right now with a 5-goal lead.
Again, just a freshman, but knows how to use his body. How did he score that goal? He got into his defender, pushed him towards the inside, which opened up his hands. We'll see it right in here. Squares his man up, just a quick first move and that hesitation. And again, the overhand bouncer, low angle, beautiful goal.
Still big smiles, but I don't think the crowd is digging the 5-goal deficit the Buckeyes face right now. And it starts with the face-off, where the ground ball was picked up by the Buckeyes. That is massive, off the timeout especially. Now it'll find Marinier. Sliding in, open for a second, was Liam White. Did not get it.
That's legal contact.
Collision. And that was a stick check as well, as the shot by Jack McKenna was affected by the Maryland D, and Maryland going the other way.
Maryland still has numbers if they want to move it.
Ten seconds remaining in the first half.
Oh, that's a quality look.
Clock is stopped at 7.8. A lot can happen, as we've seen already in this matchup between two superpowers. 6 seconds behind the cage. Good feed, pass, and a finish. Wow, Maryland with a cherry on top here at the end of the first half. Whittier, who you've talked a lot about, with the goal.
It's a classic pick and roll. I like what Maryland did during that timeout. You know, they were organized and they had something to go to on offense. Here's the pick, clean pick, and the roll. And a nice fake low and shoot high that time by Whittier.
All right, second half underway. Again, the Buckeyes out there in the gray with the scarlet trim, trying to win that opening face-off. A couple stick checks keep the ground ball going here at Ohio State Lacrosse Stadium, where we are awaiting patiently the attendance number. It's over. Penn State beat them. It's a final.
Well, you know, Hopkins, they have goalie problems. They've had some injured goalies. And Melendez, Russell Melendez, their top scorer, hasn't played in over a month because of an injury, and I think he's out for the season.
Sidewinder, and 10 goals now in the game, and an early one for Maryland, as everything getting by the big tasty right here. And Maryland so close to tasting a big victory after losing to Rutgers in their last game. It's been all Terps here, Zim.
It's Keegan again. He's having a terrific game. Watch that left hand. And again, you got to know your personnel. One thing an offensive player will do, they'll drive hard to their weak hand and then come back to the inside to get a better angle. You got to know he's a left-hander and keep pushing him down the side.
before coming to Maryland. Played for Binghamton. Down. A good save.
Good check there again.
Down in Florida, Winter Park, Florida, outside of Orlando. It's a country club college, so we had a little laugh about that before the game.
Again, look, perfect check, perfect poke check. Nothing fancy. Again, if you can control that offensive player's gloves, you can control him. Stay in the gloves. Don't chase the head of the stick.
Look, no shot clock in your era when you won those 3 natties, but right now what you're seeing is this well-coached team from Coach Tillman. Great play, though, by Ohio State. Nope.
You're going to see the offenses moving the ball around the perimeter, but always checking the inside for number 10. He's a right-hander, so you would want to attack from this side. There it is.
Caleb Fyack. Again, they tried to... You're right. They're aiming for that 5-hole every time, trying to get it between the legs of number 18.
There's the skip.
Wow, smoke for Maryland. Spanos has 2. He's got 2. Ford's got 2. Kelly's got 2. Keegan's got 3. Maryland reigning goals, spoiling the alumni day party for the number 2 team in the country. It's Maryland 11-3.
And they're mixing up their shots. You know, we talked about the 5-hole. They look low, shoot high. But what happens here is Maryland gets the skip pass. And you can't allow a skip pass when you're playing man down. The stick was low. The pass gets through. Now the rotation is 1 behind. Great shot, great finish by Spanos. This is Luca Ward now coming in. The second midfield. This is the first midfield. They'll run 4 men now. And this is Ward. He's a sophomore.
Ward.
From Holy Cross.
Yes. Ward right around the crease. And they're not going to count it.
Yep, good call by the official. He was right there. All right, here we go again. Ward gets inside, but watch that foot. It's on the crease. Great call by the official.
It's Ohio State. They need to score. I mean, it's that simple, Zim. They need to score right here.
Yep, and they're taking, now they're taking the outside shots. McNaney with a nice save there. Was in a good position. Kept his feet together. Same as throwing it in the corner, but you got to be careful. Goes right to the goalie. He can look upfield and get a unsettled going the other way.
McNaney just put his body in front of it, had his stick there as well. Didn't matter whether it was a stick or his body. McNaney was going to make the save. He's got 6 saves. I don't know, like a millisecond on the Rutgers game, and basically just said, you know, sometimes it's just not your day. But I don't feel like he was panicking for a second, and then even referenced last year their run. I mean, they went in not with the best record, but they got into the tournament and made it all the way to yet another national championship game.
Tournament, so a lot of games left, and you just got to stick to the game plan, be resilient, and know that you know, hopefully a better fourth quarter will come, but you know, better days will come for this team. You don't go 11-1 by chance. This is a good team. Maryland's just playing phenomenal lacrosse right now.
Yeah, they really are. Have not seen every game from Maryland, but it's got to be one of their best games all season long, especially coming off a loss against Rutgers. The crowd looking for anything to cheer. Went off the cage, the rebound finished by Ohio State right when they needed it, and the goal comes to Dylan McGee, the junior.
Oh, that's a way to stay on it. You know, shot hits the pipe. McGee's in a good position, gets a first-time ground ball, and finishes. Big goal for Ohio State.
Ohio State stops the bleeding as they get goal number 4. First off the cage, loose pickup, steps into it, and the finish for the Buckeyes in front of a massive crowd, but a lot of work to do for Ohio State.
Defenseman, but Maryland plays it really well. The goalie comes out, they work together, and they get that ball to somebody else's stick. Oh, Another rebound goal. Nice job by the Buckeyes.
You caught it, as it's now 11-5, back-to-back goals. Record crowd. They are still counting up the final numbers, and Ohio State treats this record crowd to back-to-back goals.
Ben Mayer, again, you got to stay with it. You got to stay with the play. The rebound, Mayer's all over it.
So back-to-back, we'll call, I guess, rebound goals. One came off the cage, one came off the goalie. Ohio State has cut the lead to 6, but the face-off is won by Maryland. Turned over, though, the long stick of the Buckeyes. That's number 20, Johnny Cool, in the third. 28 shots, now 23 for Ohio State as they...
Stamos likes this matchup, the short stick.
Decent feed. Save by the big man, Fayak. 10th save of the game. Shot clock and game clock just a couple seconds apart. So perhaps Ohio State can hold for the final shot. No, they attack, and McNaney again steps up big. Both good teams, but on that day, Rutgers was just the better team. On this day, Maryland has been the better team. This game's certainly not over, but there is the proverbial lot of wood to chop here, I think, for the Buckeyes, Zim.
Yep, but they're a team that can do it.
They do it, and a score quickly for the Buckeyes. Ed Sheehan gets one back for Ohio State.
Yeah,
Are they waving this off?
There's no quitting this
Yeah. No, they're
in this
counting it.
Buckeye team. That's going to be a good goal. No quit. Again, you don't get to 11-1 and not have 60 minutes of heart and hustle in your squad. Sheehan does a nice job keeping his man focused on the ball. Offensively, if you can keep your man in a straight line between you and the ball, you're going to have an advantage because defenders have to see the man, have to see the ball. Maryland's done a good job of taking away Alex Marigny's right-handed cannon.
Naney, I think he's going to get credit for the save, which would be his 8th, but picked back up by Ohio State. With a chance to cut it to 4, the Buckeyes still have it. Plenty of time, 50 seconds. McNaney, he may have got a piece of that as well, and then it went off.
He sure has. Bobby Benson up at Providence.
Shot low and finished by the Buckeyes as Ohio State sizzling it. Dylan McGee right there, the junior. We mentioned Greg Bice from Texas. He's from Texas. And the lead is only 4 right now with a mountain of time left.
Chipping away. Buckeyes are chipping away. Just a good first move. Again, once his left hand, it's in the scouting report. You got to take that away. A little confusion on who's playing who there. Got to communicate on defense. Second chance opportunity now for the Buckeyes. This is a nice matchup. He's going to use his body.
Naney read it all the way.
All over the place. It used to be just Maryland, New York. Those were the 2 hotbeds. Now there are a lot of hotbeds. Shaller.
6'2", 297, and Fayak. To Coach Myers, what do you think? You with me on that?
Well, I think he has the athleticism to do it. Now, in that last shot, Coach Tillman decided, no, that's a good clean hit. You're not going to call that. The ball players slipped. They're letting them play today. It's been a clean game. When that happens, the officials let them play. So here's the take, and here's the slide. But again, he didn't hit him high.
We've also seen lacrosse players play basketball, like Pat Spencer, Northwestern, who pretty sure he's playing in the NBA now. I mean, what a story.
He is.
Shot from Maryland, gets it by
That's a big goal.
and Maryland with the answer. They needed it. Bryce Ford
again.
Yep, so Ford now with 3 to join Keegan with 3. And there are 4 players with multiple goals for the Terps.
Again, Maryland needed to stop the bleeding. All the momentum had shifted to Ohio State. Bryce Ford steps up big to get the hat trick. Good first move. It's all about that first move. Lose your man early. Now the defense has to slide. Nobody slid. Good overhand shot. Well placed. Big goal for the Terps.
The feed there for Maryland from X behind the cage. Maryland gonna run it out.
Maryland can't be thinking about, killing too much clock now. They still got to play the game. Now that's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a push from behind. But play will continue until the ball goes out of bounds.
Last season, number 9, Maryland pulled out an 8-7 victory over Ohio State. That was on April 6th.
Oh, great play. That's a terrific play. Well designed, well executed.
The goal for the Buckeyes coming from Garrett Haas.
Little different formation that time by Ohio State's man up. They started and went to a circle. And a circle means you have to now pre-rotate. They didn't pick it up. Watch a sneak here. Haas very good at sneaking in front of the goal. Took his time. Little fake. High to low. I love the way he took his time.
High screen coming from the Terps.
Spanos likes this matchup. He's got the lefty, but he's got a good one. Nice trail check.
Maryland has won the last 6 meetings. Maryland currently holds a 5-1 series advantage in games played in Columbus.
Cannon Matthews trying to get open. McNaney out of the cage. Great ground ball there.
20 seconds remaining. The Terps with a goal here can
look
put
at
it
that
on
look.
ice. Big time save by Fayak, his 11th. And Fayak's going to pick it up and start the clear. The Buckeyes have to show urgency here. Long clear from Fayak into traffic. Little bounce, picked back up though by Ohio State. Risky pass by Fayak, rewarded, shot, and denied there somehow. Boy, Maryland's defense, including the long stick of Colin Burles, huge there for the Terps. The number 2 team in the country, a team that had won 11 in a row, a lot of them in convincing fashion. Ohio State can cut it to 3, but the clock is against them as Maryland so close to improving to 9-2, 2-2 in the conference. The Buckeyes will fall to 11-2 and suffer their first loss in the Big Ten. 30 seconds left here. Ohio State never giving up. The cage is open though, and the finish there. The final salt in the wound here. Another victory for Maryland in Columbus, where they'll go to 6-1 all time against the Buckeyes. A 5-goal lead here.
Nice job by Maryland, handling the double team. Good ball movement. You can't pass that shot up.
Is over. We got to get out to baseball. Your thoughts on what you saw here today from Maryland coming into Columbus. A record crowd for the Buckeyes. Well done, Ohio State, on the crowd, but a better job by Maryland to get the win.
Well, I think Maryland was very focused. I think they were upset and angry that they lost to Rutgers, and they came up here with a mission. And they're a good team, well coached, and just a really terrific display of lacrosse for 60 minutes by the Terps.